All right, yo. So Alfonso Ribeiro, aka Carlton Banks, he recently spoke about how he played his role as Carlton Banks so well that it effectively ruined his acting career because he's been typecasted. And you know when you get typecasted to a certain role, where you have the one guy that plays like a mobster or the one guy that plays the hopeless romantic. Carlton Banks or Alfonso Ribeiro played his role so well that he's typecasted as Carlton Banks. Like he can't do another acting scene. So he talks about that as how it effectively ruined his acting career because he did a role so well. And it got me thinking about, athletes and how obviously we do our role so well because there's not a lot of players that can say, or a lot of athletes that they can say are professional athletes. Like that's not something anybody can do. But we typecast ourselves, if that makes sense. So rather than obviously Carlton Banks and his character and acting, that's a whole different ballgame where people only identify him as Carlton Banks because he did that role so well. Whereas athletes, we kind of fall into that trap of being typecasted as just an athlete, just a professional athlete, especially if you do super well. But it's up to you as the athlete to get rid of that notion that you're only an athlete. And it's so hard because you've played at the highest level, you've been on the biggest stages. People identify you as, player on X team or all star or Super Bowl champion, whatever, whatever. But for you to make it long past your career's over, because you can't play sports forever. Unfortunately for Carlton Banks, you can act forever, but he's in a tough situation. But as an athlete, it's important that you don't typecast yourself. So, what are the things that you're going to be doing to make sure that people identify you as, as people like to say, more than an athlete or athlete and? So, what are the steps that you're taking? What are the actions that you're taking, not only when you're on the field, but off the field to showcase that you are not just a professional athlete? I think it's very important, and it's very important how you introduce yourself, how you identify yourself, how do you challenge your self-worth off the field, because you can easily typecast yourself to only being an athlete. And the unfortunate thing is that you can't be an athlete forever, so why typecast yourself to something that's finite? All right, let me know if I'm just rambling or you agree.